Okay. What's going on? Back with another trade recap ski. Um, Today, Loki, as you see, we just dumped. But let's get into it. Let me show you executions. First of all, CCC. Nice little short here. Wasn't too bad. Um, let's see. So coming into today, basically, we were pretty bearish, right? We do have all of this liquidity up here. Here, let me get to full screen. All this liquidity up here, right? And usually, all our strategy is based off of our key levels, inverse fair value gaps, stuff like that. So looking at this, our key level for this instance is our bearish 1 hour. And we also have lows down here, and we then have this low all the way down here, right? So looking at this, if we're going to hold this, obviously this was before all this happened. If we're going to hold this, right, and we also had this 15 minutes. So ideally when market opened, I wanted to see something like this, price come back, and then we go lower, right? And then maybe when we went lower, we could have then went higher, but not what happened. So coming in, market opened, we literally just went higher. So at this point, I'm like, okay, we're pretty bullish. I don't know if we're going to get a short opportunity, stuff like that. And we have all those stacked highs. So if we inverse that 1 hour, then I probably was going to be bullish. And then we'll target those highs and stuff like that. But we end up opening this 5-minute bullish gap, which if you know, these offer a really good targets, especially unfilled 5 minutes, unfilled 15 minutes, hourlies, and 4 hours, right? And on top of this, we also took out this high, and we still were respecting and tapped into another unfilled 5-minute gap. Isn't that crazy? So ideally, if you're moving in an uptrend, or you're also wanting to be bearish, price will move like this, right? So obviously, still being inside of this hourly, if price wants to come lower, we're going to get a disrespected gap, right? So coming on our 2-minute, we did have this 2-minute inverse, right? Now, this did come with a little discretion here. A lot of trades are going to come with discretion, just that's how you get, not get, but over time you build market experience and discretion gets built into your strategies, right? So this, we had the 2-minute and then we also had the 1-minute. So in this one, the reason I say there was discretion here is because of this, right? A lot of times you're going to wait for the inverse in the highest time frame, right? So in that scenario, it would have been the 2-minute, right? And this ended up closing down there, even lower. It was like down here. So I ended up taking the 1-minute with this, really nice displacing candle through that gap. So at this point, took this, stop was like right around here. I was going for literally a 1-to-1 and break even at the gap. So yeah, break even right at the gap for our 1-to-1. Because once we hit that 5-minute, we don't know if price is going to respect it and go higher, or if we're just going to dump and go lower. We simply are just targeting and taking what we're confident in and what we know will work out. Like right here. All right, I know we inversed the 1-minute. That's confirmed, right? I know we're respecting this bearish 5-minute, and then I know we're also probably respecting the bearish hourly. That's stuff we know, and that is confirmed, right? After we inverse that, it's confirmed we're basically going to go lower. Unless that 2-minute holds, which it didn't in this scenario, which is where the discretion comes from, then it'll usually play out. So bam, literally, yeah, right there, hit TP. Just like that. And I was break even right there. TP got hit. Cool, whatever. You even went lower, right? That was the trade. It's literally as simple as that. I'm not going for no crazy home run play. I'm not going for targeting these lows or these lows because I don't know if price is going to go there. You simply want to be targeting what you're confident in and what you know is going to, work, or what is actually going to play out. So it's really, really simple with this, honestly. You need your key levels, and then also sweeps are good. So like you see this 5-minute, not this one or any of this, But this 5 minute, you see this is a nice displacing candle through all of these highs. So ideally you're going to expect price to go to the next key level or next high. Right here, we ended up sweeping out that high. These highs are going to be like pretty important. I used to not like consider them all the time, but I'm telling you now, these are important. Like sweeping out a high is important when you're trading these gaps and how price moves, right? And then now fast forward, you do see that we ended up continuing lower to take out our draw on liquidity. But we just caught that super simple move there. Simply what we're confident in, and I'm going to tell you a lot of the time, if you take this and you're just waiting for that to hold and go through, a lot of times you're not going to have the same conviction as if you didn't have this 5 minute. So if this 5 minute wasn't here, I would have full conviction in targeting these lows, right? But it's a bullish gap, so you don't know if that's going to hold or not. But overall, that was the trade today. Super quick, super easy trade. And I mean, you don't need to be going for home run plays, go for the base hits. 1-to-1, you can say 1-to-1 suck all you want, but is by far the most consistent risk to reward ratio you're going to have in trading. You're the trader that likes consistent wins and consistent win rate, or you're a trader that maybe can sacrifice a little bit more of a win rate and maybe 50%, maybe even lower 40%, and which is not a bad win rate at all, because that would mean essentially that your winning trades are significantly bigger than your losing trades, and your RRs would be a lot higher. So you would make more, but in the end, it just depends on how your psyche is and how you feel and how comfortable you are with certain risk reward ratios, how good you are in drawdown, stuff like that. But this is a trade recap. I try to make it a little bit longer just so I can go a little bit more in depth on stuff like that and really explain my thought process behind it and just add a little more sauce into it. So if you like this trade recap, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.